Now from the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Gun.
They go play action. Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Here we go.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. He'll find Andre Yosibas. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
On 1, ready? 12. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Purdy. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business. Inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Ready.
Purdy on 1st down. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up 3rd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
3rd and 6. Throwing again is Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Here's Purdy. Has his man. It's Samuel. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Going right back to Samuel. He's got it again. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line. Back to the air again is Purdy. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. Another one from the 5. 2nd down and goal. Purdy going to put it up again. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line.
Coming into the game, this is something defensively you have to be aware of. If this quarterback gets a chance and he sees some daylight, he's going to try to take it in on his own. But not in this case. They were quick to react, stop him short. Now brings up 3rd and goal.
A tight end in motion now. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short. Line of scrimmage back at the 7 for 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. This one caught at the 4. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, that's going to set up 4th down. They'll try to run, and he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
And what a job here by the defensive line. They've got to hold their ground. Any sort of push by the offense is going to result in a touchdown. But here, the defense comes through with a huge goal line stand, and they're able to keep this offense out of the end zone.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts.
Here we go.
Gesicki, the man in motion. On 1st down, Burrow. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense, and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Timeout 49ers. That is their second. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11 mighty, 11 mighty. Back.
He'll get this out wide. Oh, got to be careful here. Looks like they're just going to avoid the safety, but not by much. That was close to being a disaster.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment.
I'm one, ready?
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Back. Back.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
You know, Mike, anytime you decide you're going to air it out back.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Punter Mitch Wishnowski ready to do the honors. And off we go in Santa Clara. Jaden Reed to return this. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Tackle made by Jair Brown. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
To the air with Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. The 40. Hits the 20. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take a 6-0 lead right away. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is McManus to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
Pretty throwing here on 1st. Escapes the pocket. Finds him on the crossing route. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Trying an inside give to Garindo. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Buys time, rolling right. That's caught at the 4. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. And they're going to throw, no spike, trying to catch him off guard. Well, no look on his first look of the game. It's 2nd and goal.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers finish off their opening drive. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense.
Ready.
First and 10 from the 41.
Fight. 97. Ready.
Love looking to pass. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second and 3 now.
Field. Black. Here we go. Ready.
From the 48. This one taken in by Kraft. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down.
Okay, that play so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big. They can block at the line of scrimmage. But the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Ready to go with the second quarter. It's the Packers with it inside the red zone. First down throw. Here's Love. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Green Bay. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is McManus to kick this away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Purdy. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. That's taken in by Samuel. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earned some momentum.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Forced out to his right. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. And the Packers get the football on the first turnover of the contest. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Tight end going in motion here. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The Packers trying to make some noise before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They stick with Jacobs. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Oh, giving it to the wide receiver on 3rd and short. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers grow their lead just before halftime. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Well, they dialed up that one at the right time, Brock. Pretty clear the defense was expecting pass, and they couldn't pivot when he got it as a runner instead.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make that mistake again, are they? Now with how versatile these wide receivers are in today's game, it's one of the big transitions, Kate, over the last decade. You know, you always used to see Jerry Rice and John Taylor just lined up scoring touchdowns on the perimeter. Not so fast anymore. These wide receivers today, so versatile, and he showed off that on that play.
On now is McManus to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 1st down throw by Purdy. Throw caught at the 6. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he's brought down for a loss.
We call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Now Purdy. Completed left side to Samuel. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. He rolls to his right. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
One last play before the break. They'll run it up the gut. And he's in for the touchdown. The 49ers cut into the lead on the last play of the half. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. Running it on 4th and goal. That has to take some major guts, Brock, especially knowing a lot of the time there were some rushes before it that came up short.
It's guts, it's will, it's willpower, maybe even it's a little bit of pride. But you know what? When you're in that huddle, you feel that stubbornness to refuse to accept the field goal. Not on our watch. We're going to do all we can to run this sucker in.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. On now is McManus to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this 3rd phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost in the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Purdy on 1st down. That one way too far up there. They can't connect.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun is Purdy. Connection made to Isaac Garindo. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
It's taken in by Yushek. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Purdy. On the move, headed right. Now he's going deep across the field. This is caught inside the 15. Well, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. This one's caught. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Third and a lone yard coming up. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he could not get there. They stopped him right at the line. He'll throw it. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, but you couldn't do it.
Just got a hand up on that to break it up. So that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
They connect for the first. He's at midfield. 30. Gets the 10. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers push their lead further to start the half. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments?
What?
I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys, watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well, because you're right, it was one heck of a shot.
On now is McManus to kick this away. And he's going to field this in the end zone without a return, so they'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Pretty throwing here on first. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. So after figuring out the flag, now we've reached the end of our 3rd quarter. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the 4th. They're set up at the 35 now. Play action now with Purdy. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a 49er first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They kick the running back in motion. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guy.
Big gain downfield. Touchdown, San Francisco. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Getting another shot at 2 here. He's throwing for it! And he'll get into the end zone and make this a one-score game in the fourth quarter. Brock, the penalty had him backed up to the 7, but they still go for it and convert for 2. Are you at all surprised to see a team try that as opposed to just kicking the extra point?
A little bit, Kate, but what this speaks to is the difference in the college and the pro game. Right, the hash marks, the spacing, the time.
Yeah.
The NFL game is about matchups. And to make a call like that, they felt like they had a matchup they wanted to take advantage of, whether it was from the 3, the 7, and who knows, maybe even deeper as this game goes along.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. It's a 31-yard play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second and 8. Finds a seam down the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers. Putting a receiver in motion. They go counter, it's Jacobs. And he's able to push this down to the 12. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Packers leading by 6. Second and 3 now. Going run again with Jacobs. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Jacobs. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
So the Packers showing faith in their offense as they decide to go for two. They want to run it across. And he's into the end zone for two. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. So they stick with the hot hand partner, and he ends up adding two more on top of that touchdown.
I'd say 8 points is a pretty solid try's work for him.
Right.
And as long as he's producing, seeing the gaps, getting the pads down, getting those tough yards, feed that man the ball. He won't be denied.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. First throw for the backup now. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw, Dobbs. That's complete to Garindo. They strike for 23 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Dobbs. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. The rookie from Georgia has it. And the Packers can only get the return up towards the